All right, yeah, so 68, sorry, 6908 down all the way to about 6888 is where I would want to be looking for potential buyers. Maybe all the way down to 82 and potentially down to this area here around the 50s. Um, so what I do for that, I'll show you, is I go ahead and, oh, I guess I was already short. Nice. All right, well, let me close that out. Was that on my Bullinox account? Yeah. So I got the Bullinox eval out of 50,800. I tried to get that Bullinox pass this week. So what I say, 68, 50s. Yeah, so I would want to be buyer. I would want to be a buyer down there. So we'll do a buy limit. What? Yes, okay. So this is on Quant Tower. So I'd want to be a buy. I'd want to be a buyer down there. 6850s. Let me get the copy. I don't want to do that. Let me get the copy trader going. I like that. Quant Tower has the built-in copy trader, so works out great. Like that, and then yeah, so just makes it real easy to run that copy trader there on Quant Tower. And if you go to Quant Tower and you buy their advanced features, you can run more than one Rithmic connection. Whereas with NinjaTrader, you can only run one Rithmic connection but multiple Tradevate connections. So just keep that in mind there. So if you want to run multiple Rithmic connections, you can do so there on Quant Tower. All right, so yeah, so I'll be looking to be a buyer here in the 68.55. I mean, I don't know if we'll get down there all the way. Let me see if I can pull up order flow chart here. Do I remember how to do it? Delta bars. I don't think that's what I want. It's not. Volume. Range bars. It's not what I want at all. I'll have to work on setting that back up because and I might not be able to get it with I don't have my Lucid account. It's on Tradevate. Yeah, I wanted to get the volume delta bars, like the footprint. All right, let's see if I can pull that up there. Probably have to do it on the Tradevate prop. Undo MES. Let's see here. Chart settings, configure. Where is that? There we go, the footprint chart. All right, let's see if we can pull this up here on I should be able to get that data. Maybe not. There we go. All right. Okay, finally. God, I feel like I'm all over the map today. Okay, so yeah, so I wanted to see the TPO chart here on ES so we can figure out where the buyers and sellers are, right? Because the TPO chart is a great way to figure out where your buyers and sellers are. So when you have these single prints, what they call single print, so each one of these is about 30 minutes, right? But when you have these single prints, you know that the volume is thin, and so you just don't have as much volume in those single prints. So price will sometimes gravitate towards those, but it will move quickly through them, right? So you can see where your points of control are, and where also the majority of the transactions took place. It's kind of a way to also see where, well, yeah, I mean, it's a volume footprint. So you can see where the majority of the volume is. And then also, like I said, you can see where, where the buyers and sellers are. So like up here, from the 9th, excuse me, from the 9th, you can see there was a lot where the majority of the transactions took place, right? So if you do a rectangle, how do you do a rectangle? I don't know how you do a rectangle. Shapes. There we go. Shapes. Rectangles. So if you do a rectangle here, you can see where a good portion of the transactions took place there, and then also here as well. So we would kind of want to do from there to there. So you can see, it just kind of gives you a better idea of where all the volume took place. Do I only take my entries and exits based on the 1 hour? No. I mean, I take my entries and exits based on the strat. And what the strat says to do. I mostly look at the 1 hour chart, but this is a 30-minute chart based off of TPO. So I always look at the TPO as well, to figure out where, like I said, a good portion of the buyers and sellers are. But no, I do, I just go by what the strat says. Right now we're inside. So I'm looking at where the areas of previous liquidity are, right? As also what the TPO said. And I mean, you can just tell that, excuse me, by looking at a regular chart, right? So like, for instance, come on. All right, so just looking at this chart here, right? Like you can see where almost all of the transactions took place. I mean, just look at this. This is a daily chart, right? We've gone nowhere. That's what kills me right now. People are like, so let me hide that. I've been looking at something called apogee and perigee dates. I mentioned it in a previous video, but anyway, so, I mean, look, this is a weekly chart here, or I'm sorry, this is a monthly chart, right? So if you just go, you just draw the square, a rectangle on the monthly chart. I mean, look at this. Shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Here, look at this. We have gone nowhere. We are stuck. We are stuck right here. Look, 69.50 to 67. I mean, we're stuck in a 200-point range on ES. Like, we've gone nowhere. So if you really want to be technical, just don't even trade this shit until the market figures out what we're doing. Because right now it says do nothing. Like, if you want to look at it from a mathematical standpoint, you have no edge in through all of here. The only way you have edge is to know when an inside bar is and trade it. But if you want to look at it from a larger perspective, we have zero edge in here. Zero. Now, if you want to go down to a shorter time frame and scalp off the 1 minute, sure, have at it. That's not for me. I don't trade like that. I don't do well trading like that. If you want to look at it from another strat perspective, let me remove the box here. If you want to go into the broadening formation, there's a broadening formation, right? You could draw the smaller one here. So there's your broadening formation. What does broadening formation say? You're going to stay within this broadening formation until you break out of it. But we already knew that. I've said it 3 weeks in a row that we have a pivot machine gun back to the downside if they want to take it. What's a pivot machine gun, you ask? Well, Strat says 5 pivots to the downside. I said this at the beginning of February. We're setting up for a potential pivot machine gun back to the downside. Nobody wanted to listen to me. Oh no, the market's bullish. No, we're not. We're really in a state of consolidation. But pivot machine gun, right there's one pivot to the downside. Here's another pivot to the downside. There's 2. 3 way down here. This long wick. 4. Actually, that would be 3. That'd be 4. And then your 5th one down there at 63.71. I mean, could the market get all the way down there? I'm not saying it will, but it's possible. We have way more inventory, right? If you want to look at it from a market auction theory perspective, we have way more inventory below us. Shoot. We have more inventory right here in all this section than we do up here, right? I mean, that's just simple. That's just simple. It's simple math. It's simple market auction theory, everything. You have to have inventory to buy and sell, right? I mean, you can't go to the supermarket if there's no inventory to buy, right? They got to have something to sell you. So it's the same with the stock market. Where's your inventory? It's down below us, not above us, right? I mean, if we push up, it's artificial buying. There's nothing to buy or sell, really. All of your inventory is below us. So what's going to happen? They drop the market, put it on sale, then you buy it, and then you go up again. Market doesn't go in a straight line. Everybody thinks, oh, we just wanted the market. And here's the other thing. You want the market to drop so you can buy all this cheaper to then push it up higher. You want to buy low and sell high, not buy high and sell low. Everybody's like, oh, the market's crashing. How the hell is the market crashing? We've gone nowhere. You can't have a crash when you've gone sideways, right? The market does this. Up, sideways, up, down, 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 sideways, 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 up, up, up. I mean, it just goes back and forth. It's a constant thing. It's constantly moving, right? But right now, it's moving, but it's really not. You're just all, this whole thing is consolidation, right? It's gone nowhere. And listen, I'm guilty of this too, okay? Not looking at the bigger picture and getting in the grains in the day-to-day. I'm guilty of it just as much as anybody else, right? I blew an account last week, messing around. But when I went back and looked at it, I'm like, we haven't even gone anywhere. Like, why? Like, it's kind of hard to justify blowing an account, and the market hasn't even freaking moved. Like I said, you can scalp 1 to 2 points. Oh, big deal. Whoop-de-doo. But overall, the market has not moved. I mean, this is a monthly chart. On ES, we've gone from 70.34 down to, let's see, did it even go that low? I don't even know if that is a true wick. Yeah, from 70.34 to 67. We've gone less than 100 points in an entire month. That's insane. It's insane. So the market is doing nothing overall. Now, like I said, again, you want to trade short term and go down to a 30-minute. Yeah, we got a 2 down right now on the 30-minute. But in the larger term perspective, we have gone nowhere. So guess what you can do? Trade within that broadening formation. Because the market's going nowhere until we break it. That's the longer term perspective right now. We are in this broadening formation and we are going nowhere until we break it. So you buy the dip and sell the tops. Because unless we break 70.44, which was last year's all-time high, we're not going 2 up. Or actually, sorry, that was January's all-time high. February's coming back inside. We are inside month so far. No wonder people are blowing accounts and getting chopped up because they don't know how to trade an inside bar. We are completely inside of last month's price range until we get out of it. Actually, did we go 2 down? I think we did actually. But right now we're inside of it. So until we break 68.14 again or break 70.44, we are going nowhere. You can trade the edges. V, I'm not sure I understand. That's not common. What's not common? To blow accounts on inside? It is, because most people don't understand how to trade it. I blew 1 account. I didn't blow 15. I mean, I'm just as guilty as getting caught up as the next person. I'm not, I'm human as much as anybody else. But when I sit back and I take a long-term perspective, I'm like, this was stupid. We've gone nowhere. Why am I even trading this? I actually really like trading inside days, though. Like, I think it was one day last week, maybe Thursday or something. Maybe Wednesday, I don't know, whatever day it was. We had an inside day, and everybody's like, oh, blow so many accounts. I'm like, I did great. I just have to keep in mind, on the larger term perspective, we've gone nowhere. This is all just consolidation. Not common that we haven't moved. I mean, we don't know you don't know from one month to the next if you're going to get inside or not. But if you look on the yearly, which I did say this in a previous video, I'm like, if we come all the way back down here, I'd want to be a buyer, right? Because we've gone 2 up on the year, barely. Let me remove some of this so I can see what I'm doing here. Remove. Okay, let's remove this here. All right. So we went 2 up on the year early in the year. Very, very early in the year. And I said it on stream a few weeks ago. I said if we come back inside, I would want to be a buyer. But I was looking at the fibs as to where I would ideally want to buy. I mean, look at this. We are at the top of last year's, the body of last year's candle. We're at the top of it. Could we continue to go 2 up on the year? Absolutely. I mean, we're already 2 up on the year. They could just expand it, right? But right now, they're just playing around with all this liquidity here. They barely came back inside last year's for, I mean, we went 2 up and then came back, probably to grab more liquidity in orders, right? Because like I said, all the inventory is down here. You have to have something to buy in order to push price higher, right? So you can't just prices at the store, right? They can't push prices higher if they have no, well, actually they do, but you need inventory to buy, right? You have buyers and you have sellers, but if there's no inventory to buy it, what are you going to buy, right? You have to have inventory to buy. This is big boy stuff, right? This is, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It's just the big hedge funds and stuff. They know, they've probably done nothing because there's nothing to do, right? They have to have the inventory to buy it. So they're going to put the market on sale, buy it, freak everybody out, right? With retail traders, because what do retail traders do? Oh no, the market's crashing. I better sell everything. And then they're just laughing all the way to the freaking bank because they know that they're going to do what overall? They're going to buy this and push it higher. And then retail's going to go, oh no, now I need to jump back in. And then they buy at these higher prices, right? It's just a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Don't be that person. Don't be that. Don't be that person that goes, oh no, I need to sell everything because the market's crashing. And you look at it and you go, from a long-term perspective, you're like, what? Market hasn't gone anywhere. Right? Don't be that person that panics and sells everything so those big boys can laugh at your ass and get this shit on sale and then push the price higher. Don't be that. Don't do that. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is going back to 2021. They dipped it in 2020, COVID, and then took the market higher. Because what happened in COVID? Everybody panicked. Thought the world was ending, right? Oh no! The world's ending. I better sell everything. Those big boys laughed at their asses off. That shit was a money grab. You cannot tell me that COVID was a money grab. It was a money grab. They laughed their asses off and bought it while everybody panicked. And then they took the market higher because they knew that's exactly what they were going to do. The market can't go up forever. We had 3 years roughly of consolidation. And then they went, zoop, bye. Right here. January 2025, they dipped the market. I waited until April, right? And I said, oh, I'm going to buy it. It took off. I had amazing gains last year in my long-term account because I recognized what was happening. It's like they're about to take the market higher. Here come April. The buyers turned on and they went shoo, just like that. Don't be that person that panic sells when the market's really gone nowhere. You want it on sale. I hope we come all the way down here to 59.20s, and I'm going to buy everything I can buy, because they're going to do this number right here. And at the end of the year, we'll probably be up there at 77.50. I can't say that for certain. I hope we are. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll close in here somewhere, right? And then they'll take the market all the way back down here, and then they'll buy it again. But you have to look at it from a longer term perspective. Don't just look at it as what's happening on the 1 minute chart. Sure, if you want to scalp, go ahead. Be my guest. Have at it. But if you want to be a really student of this game and you want to really make money in the long term, you can't do that shit. You gotta look at it from what's happening from a longer term perspective. The market has only ever gone up. 2008, housing crisis. What happened? They bought the hell out of the market. Look at this. Market's gone nothing but up since just 2020. Yeah, there was a dip. When they came back above 32.04, they bought the hell out of it. Don't be that person that says the market's crashing. It's not crashing. It's gone nowhere. And even if they do, so what? Hell, I hope it does so-called crash. I hope we get down here to 48.20 so I can buy the hell out of it. And I can retire a multimillionaire. Don't be that person. Have fun trading the prop accounts. Those are fun. I have a blast trading them, right? But if you want to look at everything from a longer term perspective, in your long-term account, in your retirement account, I can't trade my retirement account. I can move it, but I can't trade it, right? I got some in cash and some in the market, right? But don't be that person from a long-term perspective who thinks the market's crashing. If it's crashing, you need to be jumping for joy because you can buy everything much cheaper than what it is right now. So that's my rant on that. But I said it at the way at the beginning of February, at the end of January. I said, we got a pivot machine gun if they want to bring the market down. And then everybody seems to be caught off sides because the market does a sell-off 2 or 3 days out of, the first 2 weeks out of the year, out of February. But overall, if you look at it, the market has gone nowhere. We're inside a broadening formation. Until we get out of it, buy the freaking dip. Not financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Learn what a broadening formation is. So you can see it for yourself. There's your broadening formation. Where's the market gone, honestly? This is the top of January the 2nd. And now here we are in February, and the market's gone, what? 200 points? Yeah, you may get days where it moves 100 points, 60 points, 70 points, but overall, from a longer term perspective, it's gone nowhere. All right, so Trader Lady, you're trying to learn the strat and trying to figure out the best approach to day trading based on the principles, especially when taking into context higher time frames. Okay, so if you want to look from a higher time frame, I just did that. Right? So we've gone 2 up on the year. A 2 up represents a break of a previous high. So 2 up on the year. Go down to the monthly. We are 2 up, but turning red. Okay. So, and here's how you can determine that. I'm sorry, not 2 up. We've gone inside. So we are inside of the previous month's price action. From here to here. We have not actually, I keep saying that, but I think we broke it. I think we actually gone 2 down on the month. Let me get some of this stuff off of here and I can tell you. I can add my drawings back later. We went 2 down on the month. The way you determine that, we broke the previous low of January. Okay? So when we broke that, we went 2 down on the month. However, they have come back and they've bought it so far. So even though we're 2 down, it's turning it more into a hammer. Okay? So unless price gets back below the 68.17, this is going to turn into a hammer / doji month. Okay? So if you go down to the week, we are inside week so far. We need to break 69.33 to the upside or 67.93 to the downside. So until we break that, we're inside week. Okay? Sometimes you start off as inside weeks, but not always, because you get gaps. So it just depends on what's happening there. But the monthly, we're 2 down. So you can look at it you can still trade smaller time frames, just keeping in mind on what's happening with the larger time frames, right? So there's your week. If you go down to the daily, so Friday we had an outside day. Wait, did we have outside or 2 down? Let's turn on the strat. It's not on this one. It is on this one. Strat alerts. Actually, let me go to, I love this one. This is my buddy made this one, the Strat Teach V2. All right, let's see what that shows. So the daily on ES, no, I'm sorry, that's the week. So the daily on Friday was an outside bar, barely. I couldn't see if it had broke the low of Thursday, but it did. So barely. So we had outside. Now we're having inside. So when you have an outside day, right, you're either going to get back inside or you're going to go 2 up or 2 down. So in this case, we had a bullish 3 outside day on Friday. Typically that is followed by an inside day. I hope to God we do have an inside day because I know how to trade those and I love them. Because you short the top and you long the bottom. Now, I don't know if we'll stay inside day. We could potentially go 2 up or 2 down. Depending on, buyers or sellers tonight. We'll see. But my 68.50 buy would be perfect as long as we stay inside day. If we go 2 down, I would want to look at 68.42 all the way down to 68.21. Because why? There were buyers down here. Look at the chart. Bought. Buyers down below. There's inventory down there. So I would want to be a buyer if we get down there. If we go 2 up, we know what to do, right? Go long. Sellers up here, right? 69.60, 69.50s. Why? Previous sellers. Look at this candle. So we are in a broadening form, or not a broadening formation. We are in this mother bar range. That is another topic with the strat. It is my favorite. It's one of my favorites. the video to reference for that is from Rob Smith, the creator of the strat. It's called Trading Inside a Mother Bar. So go to YouTube, Rob Smith, Trading Inside a Mother Bar. You will be able to find that, and he explains it. But I'll explain it as well. What I do, now this was not part of the strat, but this is just something I do. I take the fib and I draw the fib on the mother bar. Because that's going to give me an optimal entry. So again, the market's gone nowhere. I mean, look at all this liquidity. Right? Again, referencing that TPO chart. Look at this. Just from the 11th. All this liquidity in here. All these buyers and sellers, all the orders, all right there. They're all concentrated. Then once you get up here, they're concentrated here. Now, this is just 30 minutes, but you can just see even going all the way back to the 8th. I mean, you could just see overall we've just gone nowhere. So you have to go down to a smaller time frame if you want to trade this. If you want to learn the strat, you have TradingView. One of the best indicators is this one right here. The Strat Teach V2. And it's by Ngami. He's a great guy. He also has an indicator called The Strat Alerts that I use. That is a paid for indicator because you can set it to tell you any kind of information you want based on the strat. I have mine only set to failed 2 downs and failed 2 ups because those are some of my favorite setups, and I love the failed 2s because what do they represent in the strat? A reversal, a TTO, triangle day out, and a reversal. So I have my set to only alert me for failed 2s. So right here, it would have alerted me this failed 2 back on Thursday. And that was the daily. And then Friday here on the 13th. That would have been the Friday the 13th. We came down. So I would have played that short. There on that Friday based upon that alert. We had another failed 2 here back on the 3rd of February. What followed, because of failed 2 up, or 2 up red, or failed 2, up is bearish. Next day we had Wednesday and then Thursday of that week were bearish. And then we went outside. So another failed 2 here on the Wednesday, the 28th. You could have gone, but that's more of a doji candle as well, but below the body, short. Lots of tricks and trades whenever you've been trading for a while. That's what I tell people, that you can't expect to do this, within a week or a month. This takes time. This takes time to learn. And the more you sit here, the more you do it, the more you learn. So keep at it. But I just think that the first year, at least the first year, maybe even the first 2, you shouldn't expect to make money. You need to learn. Have I heard it's actually called stat? They actually call it stat trading. But yes, Sarah Strat Sniper learned from Rob, same as I did. And then Alex's options, I think also learned from Rob. So Alex and Sarah are phenomenal. I am in that Discord. I'm not in there a lot because Discords just kind of get on my nerves, honestly. But but yeah, Alex and Sarah are phenomenal. Yeah, she's legit. Hell yeah, she learned from Rob, the creator of the Strat. So absolutely she is. And you can go to her YouTube channel and learn just about everything there is to know about the Strat on her YouTube channel. So all those YouTube channels are free. You know, all those YouTube videos. I teach the Strat for free as well, and you know, but I think their Discord is paid. Adex trades on YouTube. He also trades the Strat. His Discord is paid as well. So, but yeah, I mean, if you're willing to pay, you can get real time help, and that's basically what you're paying for. Yeah, there's a lot to learn with the Strat. But the best way to learn the Strat, in my opinion, is to take it one piece at a time. I started with inside bars, and I would only trade the break of the inside bars, and then I moved on to twos. I don't really like directional twos. I like the failed twos. So, yeah, I like the failed twos. You can pay me. I've thought about it. I've thought about opening a mentorship, teaching that way. But, you know, if I did it one-on-one, I mean, it's, you know, I mean, I still have a life and I still have a job. So, I can't say that it would be super consistent as far as, you know, when I could devote to it. I mean, probably 2 or 3 hours a week, but I just couldn't, I mean, sit here all day. But yeah, one of the best ways to pay me is to use my affiliate code with the prop firms. So with Apex, Bull and Ox, and Lucid, it can be my job. I can't leave my job. I have a career, so with a pension attached to it, I can't leave that. I have another 7 years to put in. And I like my job. I really do. I love trading. It's you know, it basically is a part-time job, but I really do enjoy what I do for work. I am open to being a mentor, you know, to teach the Strat, but I just, you know, can't dedicate 40 hours a week to it. Do I have a Lucid promo code? Yes, Blues Trades. It'll work with Apex, Bull and Ox, and Lucid. I really like Lucid. I like Lucid for many reasons. End of day drawdown, one time fee, all kinds of things. And I like the way the CEO communicates. I think they are way above board. They are very transparent, and they're not going to deny your payout. So I really like Lucid a lot. I am still trading a couple Apex accounts, but I don't like their negative 30% MAE rule. So, you know, if you're going to trade with Apex, you can get paid, but you're going to have to follow the rules. Yamili, I can mentor you. Yeah. And you would make a great student. You've already done pretty well with the Strat, and good to know you passed your Apex. That's great. Congratulations. Do I use Kalshi? I have, but I only bet maybe like $1 or something on something. I'm not gonna bet, you know, something major. Not my thing. I don't know. Does it work with stocks? Like, I don't know how. I guess I need to look at it. I don't know if it works with, like, I wish they would do, like, okay, will the market close between, or, below, like, for example, 69.05 today? I mean, I wish they would do that. I don't know if they do or not. Maybe they do and I'm just not aware. But they do for NQ? Really? I'll have to check it out. I had no idea. Did they just do like a range, or like, I don't understand how that works. They have a certain number, like it closes above or below, or but yeah, inside day so far. Okay, all right, great. I'll check it out. That's kind of cool. They do that. I'll check it out. Again, I wouldn't like bet a lot on that, but a buck here or there, that's fine. I'm not gonna not really willing to do much more than that. But yeah, we are stuck, guys. So inside day and inside a mother bar. Good good ranges to scalp and trade. Um Great ranges for option sellers. Um Iron Condor buyers and sellers. So yeah, but other than that, okay, well, I'm gonna get off stream. Not much to do. Um, if you are interested in me mentoring you and teaching you the strat, I am willing to do that. Just know that it would only be maybe 2 or 3 hours out of the week. But yeah, I am open to that. So, uh, but also you can learn everything about the strat for free. So keep that in mind too. Um, all right. I'm going to get off here. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, feel free to use my coupon code Blues Trades at Apex, Bullinox, and Lucid. That'll get you the best deals that they have. And we'll go from there. So, all right. Hope you guys take care. And I will probably do a stream here sometime during the week.